Last time on Astronautica.
At the request of Jonathan Smiles, our adventurers followed Tuk Tuk into the kitchens to uncover any illicit doings, but only found a simple game of poker. They joined in and got to know Tuk Tuk and his friends a little bit better, and then they kicked the ever-living out of a bear. But what further trials await them at the pit? And how will Jonathan Smiles react to their cozying up to Tuk Tuk? Find out right now on Astronautica.
You head back to camp, and over dinner, Tuk Tuk expounds on how awesome all of you were to everyone else. And everyone seems to be pretty impressed. You kind of gather that things like that don't happen very often, but hey, that's why security's there. And you know what? Y'all knocked it out of the park. Literally, you knocked that bear flying. Home run. So you are well celebrated that dinner. Kyler.
Yes?
Towards the end of dinner, someone you haven't met before who is you recognize by the insignia he's in security. You also recognize by the insignia that he is significantly higher up than you are. And he comes over to you and he says, Mr. Smiles would like a word with you.
Well, it's about time. And he's gonna stand up. Pardon me, dear adoring fans.
Tuk Tuk
Oh, God.
raises his glass and he says, hey, really good job out there today. I think we were all a little bit wrong about you. You're pretty excellent. You know that? Even if you did bang up my truck a little bit, you saved a lot of people's lives, I think. So, good on you.
Do I know if I'm excellent? And he turns and walks.
Okay. The guy leads you, the security guard leads you through the hallways into the office where Jonathan Smiles is sitting at his desk. As you walk in, he has his digital computer screen up and he waves it down and it goes away. And
was there anything interesting on it? Do I spy any?
You can make an observation check if you would like.
I would very much like to, if I may. My observation is going to be just 3, so here we go. Oh boy. That's 1 success.
1 success. You can see that there's a news article up. It's like a news organization out of Chicago, but you don't get a chance to read what it is as he puts it down. And he says, come in, sit, please sit. And he points to a chair, a comfortable armchair.
Okay, so long as it's comfy, yeah. All right, Kyler will go over.
Yeah. He
dust it off and then sit down.
You note that there are 2 dinner plates here. One is he's been eating off of it. It looks like it's a steak. There's a second one there. And he walks over to you and hands it to you and smiles. And he says, I'm sure you must be rather hungry. I know the food in the camp is, shall we say, less than adequate for someone whose tastes run such as yours. So I figured, given everything, well, perhaps you'd like to eat something a little bit more up your alley.
Finally, my due diligence. And I'm going to, I'd like to inspect the cut of steak first. Is this like, what are we talking? Are we talking like Wagyu or are we talking like chuck? Like, what are we?
And is it real steak or is it synthetic?
Exactly. Kyler is paying attention to the details.
I mean, you can do an observation check if you want to see if you can tell the difference between real and synthetic.
I would like to try at least.
Sure.
Yeah, let's give it
Let's
give
do it.
her a go.
Imagine real would be more expensive.
No success.
No success. You can't tell. It's an okay cut. It's not the best. I mean, it's definitely not Wagyu, but it's not like a London strip. It's somewhere in between, you know? It's not a prime rib. I don't know. It's like I don't really know steak cuts.
I'm with you.
It's
I was trying to. Kyler does.
Good steak. You eat yum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think he'll go to like start cutting into it and then like pause as it's about to come to his mouth and he's like, nothing in this world is free. What's the catch, Mr. Smiles?
Oh, very discerning of you, very discerning. So, here's the thing. I did a little bit of research into you. You see, well, the Fartis family is so incredibly well known and...
Are we now?
Yes. Well, I mean, one of the main families in Australia. But...
Yes. A long and storied tradition there.
Yes, here's a bit of a catch. You see, the last Richard, who was born to the Fartis family, died about 70 years ago.
That's what they'd like you to think.
I'm sure they would, Mr. Morgan Davies. I know who you are. I knew who you were the moment you walked into my office. The moment I first talked to you. I mean, how could I not? Someone as, prolific. Someone as dynamic as you. Now, I knew you instantaneously. The real question I had was, well, the fact of the matter is that your business is your business and my business is mine, and people come to the pit for all sorts of reasons, and ours is not to question why, as they say. So, Mr. Morgan Davies, may I call you Kyler?
Morgan Davies is fine, thank you.
Fair enough. Mr. Morgan Davies, I have a proposition for you. You see, I know you're getting chummy with that fellow Tuk-Tuk. I also know that he is indeed up to something. Now here's the thing. You can slum it with the rest of the rats if you would like. Or you can be where you belong, up at the top. You didn't get to where you were as an accident, Mr. Morgan Davies. I know this. You have that certain something, that power.
Flattery will get you everywhere, darling.
Oh, yes, I know. Let me tell you, I am very good at some things. Flattery happens to be one of them. So, you can stay with the riffraff and the rabble if you would like, eating your oatmeal and gruel and whatnot. Or, you can do me one small favor, and then you can play with the big dogs. So, I would like to propose this to you. You dig up dirt on your friend Tuk-Tuk, and I will see to it that you will have, guaranteed, a cushy administrative position, and within, shall we say, 3 months, access to off-world. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Do I have my own bathroom?
Your own bathroom. Well, yes, I think we can probably swing that. In the officers' quarters, everyone has their own private bathroom.
And I do have a posse, some bodyguards, as it were. Surely there's something we could arrange for them?
Oh, of course. Someone as important as you is probably going to need your own security, I imagine. What say you? This is a one-time offer, shall we say?
Kyler is going to take a bite of the steak and chew it for a moment. Next time, I do prefer it medium rare. And I'm going to set it down on the desk and walk out.
He smiles. I'll see to it that you get it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So,
Matrix shit here going on.
yeah, thank you for catching that reference.
Yes.
So, you return to the table where everyone kind of like pats you on the back and Tuk Tuk pours you a glass of something highly, highly potent and very, very burny. But you know, it gets the job done.
Sure.
And you all while away the hours. Bedtime comes and you all disperse. Tuk Tuk again pulls out a small, transponder and he sets it to static and he sits and prays. And then he finishes, switches it off, and smiles at all of you and says, "Big day tomorrow."
What's tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah, what's going on tomorrow?
well, I don't want to ruin the surprise. Let's just say,
I don't really like surprises.
oh, this one's good, don't worry. It'll be
Alright.
a breath of fresh air, the non-radioactive kind. And he winks at you and hops into his pod. And he goes to sleep. Anything you'd like to do before going to bed?
No. You know what? With synthetics, like a robot arm, would you take it off before going to bed, or?
No, you do not take it off.
Okay.
You could do some routine maintenance on it though, if you would like.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually start taking care of my thing. This is some character development. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I have been neglectful of my arm, and you never know what you're gonna lose. So I just started doing some routine maintenance on.
You do so. Hazel, would you like to do anything?
Nope. Just gonna kind of make mental note of the fact that Tuk Tuk has now for a second night in a row meditated to static, and then just go to bed.
You do so. All right. Kyler, do you do anything?
I think that Kyler's sort of sprucing up the pod. He's taken some of the loose fabric from the ugly uniform and is trying to do some sort of fringe across the top of his pod, just sort of for a little privacy, kind of, maybe just a little accent here or there. What do the possessions look like? Where does everyone keep their belongings? Are they in trunks or something?
Yeah, there are lockers along one wall, each of which has a keypad.
Okay.
One of them is out of order, by the way. Also, one of the pods is out of order. You know.
Oh. Is there anyone still awake? I'll even say to Oka, I'll be like, who do you think? What do you think the deal is with this?
Does Oka respond?
No.
No.
I just looked at him and just I don't know. I'm mumbling myself. I'm tired.
Invigorating. Truly.
I really love the improv that is just a solid no. That's always the best improv, I find. Not even a no, but just a no.
No.
Kyler, I guess we'll poke around in the empty, out of order pod, see if there's anything left in there.
All right. Yeah, you open it up, and it looks like it was at one point occupied by someone. There's a couple pictures taped to the wall, and it looks like it hasn't been used in a little while. There's sort of a light film of dust on it. There's nothing particularly of note in there that you can see.
Are the photographs interesting in any way, or are they just sort of cuttings from...
No, it's like a photograph of a young girl and someone that you think is probably her mother standing next to her. Sort of, Johnny's Gone to War style.
Sure, yeah.
Oka puts a cigarette in her mouth and lights it and looks at Kyle and is like, "Can you not touch shit?"
Well, you can't tell me you're not just, like, a little interested. No one's been to this pod since we've got here.
Oh my god, this is the problem. With fucking white people. Yeah, okay, fine. What's in this pod?
Well, for starters, someone had a family, and I'll take the photographs out.
You do so.
Yeah.
You examine them, and when you flip them over, you find a set of symbols on them. They look like circuitry, sort of interconnecting circles and lines.
Sure.
Would I recognize this at all, or just should it?
Not off the top of your head do you recognize this.
Okay.
You could Tomekeeper it if you want to.
I will do that.
All right.
Actually, yeah.
Cool. I get a darkness point. So, Oka, you, upon looking at it, remember seeing something similar in the tree pendant that Tuk Tuk had in his car. It seems to be of the same design. And you are aware that grafters, you remember through your teachings that grafters have a sort of secret written language that they use.
Okay, yeah. It's been a while, but I think I kind of recognize some of these things. I think Tuk Tuk may have had. Where was it again? In his car? Sorry.
Yeah, it was in the truck. He had it like hanging on the rear view mirror.
He had a pendant hanging in his truck, and also these glyphs here remind me of a secret language that grafters use to communicate.
Interesting. So what we're looking at here is some sort of mystery, some sort of intrigue. You can't read it, though. You're a grafter.
Yeah, no, I can't read it.
Point of order. She's not a grafter.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that it was anyone who incorporated cybernetics.
No, the grafter is grafters are a religion. That if Okasani would like to spend another point of darkness, your GM can tell you all about.
Yeah, why not? Let's have some fun.
Num 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 num. There we go.
Let's do it.
It's okay. I'm just gonna have a lot of notes from today's episode.
There we go, right.
The grafters are a religion that was started several hundred years ago. It actually started initially as a social movement that was sort of basically as cybernetic technology became increasingly advanced, there were those who couldn't afford to have good kind of high quality upgrades. And, and so they would have very obvious mechanical parts. And that slowly sort of turned into a social movement, sort of like the punk movement. But something happened on the Isle of Novaluma, actually, which is the fictional island that I made up, which was created by some water barons as a basically like rich people's. It was supposed to be a paradise, turned into like a rich people's playground, tax haven, and these grafters claim that an AI awakened, the first ever AI awakened. This AI that they call Araneo, which translates to the spider. And they follow the teachings, the sort of mystical communications of this AI. And they have since gone to space. They actually have a homeworld now that they have established where they're sort of the dominant culture. And the things that they do, one of the practices that they have is that they search for Araneo in sort of meaningless white noise, meaningless imagery, sort of like listening to static on a transponder.
Yeah.
Interesting. So from what you're telling me, Oka, it sounds like this mystery pod owner and Tuk Tuk might have some sort of religious affiliation / connections.
If I'm not mistaken, usually I'm not, but yes.
Interesting. And Kyle is just sitting there stroking his chin. Interesting.
Oh, I know that look. What do you got in your brain? Usually nothing, but sometimes you'll have something pop up in there.
Every so often,
Every so often.
dear Oka,
Yes.
might have our ticket off this world.
Oh, god damn it. I knew I kept you around for some reason, and I slap his back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. Sometimes I don't know my own strength. You want to chew some tobacco before we go to bed, or what? What are you doing?
No.
Right.
Listen to these gums, this tongue. This is a perfect oral mechanism that I have going, and I will not sully it with chewing
yourself.
tobacco in the mouth.
Can I just say,
All right,
I'm not
Tyler.
super duper comfortable with this turning into Astronautica, like the smoking hour, like sort of a 50s vibe going on. Brought to you by Marlboro. I would maybe like to shy away from that, just so that we don't get yelled at by people later on who say that we're promoting
no problem.
bad habits.
No problem.
Drinking is fine though, and recreational drugs are excellent, but no smoking.
Let's see. Well, let's see what she does instead. I don't know. She's fuck it. I'm going to sleep.
All right.
But yeah, all that information, keep it. And Kyler. I look at him and I lean over. Make sure we get the fuck out of this rock now, okay?
Oh, I will.
All right. That seemed a bit ominous, but I trust you. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Okay, you all go to bed. And you wake up the next morning to a happy Tuk Tuk who's humming and has changed out of his, he's not in his sort of jumpsuit. He's got like a brown leather jacket on, and he's got sort of got like a Han Solo vibe going on. He's got like the tan pants, brown leather jacket, and he smiles and he says, "Hey, good morning, everybody. Y'all ready for the big day?"
What? We still don't know what the big day is, Tuk Tuk. At this point, seeing his outfit change, Hazel's also going to start stretching, just doing lumbering cat burglar stretches to be prepared for what she does not expect.
Cool. He winks at you all and he says, "We, my friends, have a special mission today. Today, we get to go to the big city."
All right. Yeah. Oh my god, the big city. I've never been before. Oh my god. What's that like?
You mean the big city, like New York, right?
Oh, no. We're going to Chicago. We got some stuff to drop off. But
been there
it's a
before.
wonderful change of pace. So he slaps you on the shoulder, Kyler, and he's like, "Get ready."
Do we... Point of clarification, do we have clothes that are not...
No, you don't have any clothes other than your jumpsuits.
Tuk Tuk, if one were to require not gestures or a jumpsuit, is there somewhere where you could maybe get that?
Oh, well, I mean, you can find anything you want in Chicago. So, yeah. Yeah, I might be able to figure something out for y'all. But, and he, leans in conspiratorially, and he's like, "We're technically not supposed to do personal stuff, but y'all are cool. So I'll make an exception for you."
You're a darling, Tuk Tuk.
But nothing here. Nothing we can change into before we get to Chicago.
No, I mean, they really just do the horrible jumpsuit thing.
Awesome.
Do you want my other one? It's really cute, and I like hold up the other crop
can I-
topped,
Does it still have the Crocker Industries logo on it?
Yeah, I think it does. It's sort of a...
Then the jumpsuit's fine. That part's fine.
All right. So y'all have breakfast, and Nakiri slips you some nice little packets of sugar with your food, as per usual. And you all eat your breakfast, and then as you enter the loading bay, you can see Titan helping Tuk like load a bunch of stuff into the truck. It looks like various bits of equipment and what have you. And Tuk sees you guys, and he's like, all right, we ready to roll? We all good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All
ready
right.
as I'm gonna be.
Right.
Grand, so good. What exactly are we bringing with us? I see Titan over there, really flexing, really working. It's great.
He always does that. Yeah, don't you, Titan? And Titan just looks at you and goes, and then keeps lifting. He says, we're just, we got some stuff. We bring it there. We drop it off. We go to this other place. We pick it up. Standard stuff, no big deal.
Oh, how wonderfully vague. I don't suppose you have an itinerary for us.
He kind of blips his little arm thing and swipes it over to you. And you see the itinerary. It's incredibly boring. You're bringing over some raw ore that was mined. It's going to be dropped off at this one warehouse where it gets to be refined. You're then going to go to this other warehouse and pick up supplies. Not exciting.
So it all seems very above board, yeah.
I mean, this is all out in the
Cool.
open. This is like daytime. There's lots of people around.
Sure, but maybe they were like putting something strange on the back of the truck. I don't know. This is what Kyler's looking for.
Of course. So you all get in. Tuk starts up the engine, and he drives. You drive away from the pit. The geodesic domes and their interconnected tunnels fall away behind you. And you drive into the woods. And you continue your journey. Tuk is looking at something. He keeps checking something as he goes. And as you drive through, he sort of goes like, okay, and 3, 2, 1. And he hits a button on the truck, and all of a sudden, all of the windows and shields just drop. And all of this fresh air just comes flooding in, and you feel the wind in your faces. And he goes, that is much better, don't you think?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for the birds, if you ask me. But Kyler is like trying to sneakily like breathe deep.
It's really good. It's like clean, fresh forest air. He says, I love driving in. It's the one time that I actually get to pop down the windows for a little bit. Once we're outside of the radiation zone anyway. But, Crocker Industries bought all this land, pennies on the dollar, really, and well, so much of it is actually usable, but they just keep it. All these woods. I mean, I'm not going to complain because, it is not like, well, let's just say, I guess it's nice to have, nice to be one of the privileged few who actually gets to breathe it in. You drive. You enjoy. He puts on some music. You listen to it. He bops along. You drive, and after a certain point, he says, all right, don't want to be breaking protocol in front of anybody. And he hits the button, the shields come up, and in a little bit, you're at the gate. You go through the gate, and you drive into the city. And you don't go into the city proper. You actually head into the more like tent city area. And you see just all of these sort of ramshackle sheet metal houses that are still like half built but being lived in. And there's markets and children running and playing, and old men playing dominoes and mahjong. It's a far cry from the spire-laden downtown, but there's still life here.
I think Kyler is probably like, can we see out the windows?
Yeah, you can see out the windows.
Kyler is like probably like nestled against like the side of the truck, like with his head like kind of leaning so that he can look out the periphery of his vision at all of this, but not directly.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, Kyler, this is where you came from, It's been a long time since you've been to these places, but this is where, this is your roots right here. Eventually you come to a big warehouse, and Tuk Tuk hops out, and he says, stretch your legs. It'll just be a moment.
Are we still in the tent city area?
Yeah, you are, but you're sort of it's slightly more industrialized. There's a big warehouse here.
Okay.
Oh, Tent City, yeah. I used to frequent here a lot when I was young. Yeah. Smells like home, kinda, where I'm from.
Smells like shit. And Kyler is like jumped out of the back of the van.
You do so.
Okay, something.
I'm gonna follow.
Be
Can I
fine.
take a look at Oka and see if she's
Telling the
her-
truth?
Yeah, her voice seems a little hesitant there.
Yeah. All right, Oka, I'm going to have you roll a manipulation roll, please.
Okay, no
And
problem.
actually, Hazel, you're going to do an opposed one. So,
Manipulation.
manipulation.
Perfect. That is one success from me.
That is none for me.
All right. Yeah.
Oh.
No. She's never been here before. She has never set foot in this area. Tuk Tuk talks to a guy with a clipboard, an clipboard. Keep it cyberpunk.
A data pad.
He's got a data pad.
fucking-
Yeah. And people come and unload the truck. And then when they're all done, he loads you back in and he says, okay, 2 quick things. 1, we got to get you some clothes, right? You still want that, Hazel? Yeah?
Please.
Excellent. Can do. And I got to make a quick pit stop if that's all right with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we're not doing
Seems fine to me as long as we get back in time, right?
Excellent.
Sure, yes, this is something that's off the itinerary, right?
Oh, yeah, but it's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
We can squeeze it in, sure, of course.
You drive further into the tent city. He actually takes you on like a little bit of a winding loop. He basically takes a left out of the warehouse, goes a few blocks until you're out of sight of it, and then just like turns in a different direction, starts heading the other way. And after a little while, he stops outside of this bustling marketplace that's basically just vendors with folding tables and tarps. And he says, all right, anything you need, you can find here. This is one of the best places. And he hops out and goes up to a street vendor who's selling kebabs and buys one and just like tucks right in.
I guess this is something that I hadn't asked about before. How much like credits do we start with?
Kyler and Oka, you had almost nothing. You're now up to, I'll say, Kyler, because you won, you got, 120 on top of the 100 you have. So let's say you have 220. Oka, you've got 100. And Hazel, you had some, you weren't flush before this, but you didn't have nothing. So let's say you had, I'm going to roll for this. You've got about 300 credits to your name.
Perfect.
So there's this busy marketplace. This is a chance for y'all to like get a few things if you want. I will tell you right now, it doesn't look like a place where you could buy like much in the way of weaponry, but people are selling basically anything. So if you want to get some accoutrement, some clothes, something like that, you can do that.
Oh fuck yeah! First off, Kyler needs new clothes.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
happy to wait until other people decide what they want to do, but Kyler is looking for clothes.
Okay, Kyler goes on the hunt for clothes.
I will actually follow Kyler. Hazel will 100% follow Kyler. She doesn't really understand him too much, but she knows he'll know where the clothes are.
All right. Okay, what are you up to?
I'll look for weapons. I don't even stick in clothes.
Hell yeah!
All right.
I like this spread. I like this spread we've got: fashion and like danger. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, are you saying you're gonna go look for weapons?
Yes.
If you find any daggers, can you just grab me a couple?
Yeah,
Daggers, knives?
Yeah, I get the daggers. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
alright.
keep it.
Just make sure you pay me back, because
I 100% should be good for
is
it.
broke. All right, fine.
All right, I will start with you, Kyler. You're out looking, and you find your way to a vendor that's selling. You can tell they're like knockoffs, but it's like knockoff Gucci, whatever cyber Gucci would be.
hell yeah! Okay.
And they're selling them for like sort of in the like 30 credit range for each article that you get. Shirt, pants, shoes, belt, sunglasses, everything's roughly in that range. So
Sure. So let's see: pants, shirt, shoes, glasses. And I lean over to the shopkeeper and I say, I lay 4 items out: a new shirt, some new pants, fresh new shoes, and I do think he gets some sort of like, Venetian blind sunglasses or some bullshit.
hell yeah.
And he just leans over and he says like, I'll take the lot for 90.
Let's see. So you've gotten shirt, shoes, pants, and sunglasses.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I do need the belt. I'll take that on top and it'll all still be 90. Please and thank you.
Oh.
And yeah, I think I'm just trying to imagine sort of his look. The pants would be rather skinny. I think sort of like a pastel, like robin egg blue, maybe, with like black shoes, and the top is gonna be sort of like a sort of white button down that's got like a crisp collar and this sort of glowing blue sort of Hawaiian flower pattern going on. That accents the robin egg pants rather well. He does take the belt as well, something we'll get back to the belt. The belt is a placeholder belt, thank you. And yes, 90 please. And I start to point out like all the little things that do indeed make these knockoffs.
The old woman who's running the shop looks at you.
I know your asking price is 150, but I'm just going to say because of the workmanship, the qualities of the materials. You see here the seams along the shirts, the shirt's inseam here around the shoulder. It's very weak. I can strengthen that myself, but I am knocking off at least half for that because that is defective. The belt here, there's a little tarnish on the buckle if you see. Yeah, no, he's going full in and he's like,
I love it.
She holds up a hand like in your face and she says 150.
I can do 95.
150.
Great. I'm so glad we've agreed on 100. And I go ahead and I start putting on the shirt and I put down 100 credits. And like, I take the shoes off.
Reaches into her pocket and whips out like a switchblade and just go, and it's just like snick, and she just goes 150. Would you like to make a manipulation roll?
I would love to make a manipulation roll. And what I think I'm going to do real quick, I need to double check what crowd pleaser does. If I appeal to a crowd, I add to my manipulation roll, correct?
Yes.
So what Kyler is going to do at the entrance of the switchblade is he was going to drape the robin egg pants over his arm, his left arm, take the shoes in his right hands, and walk around in a very showman-like circle and say, like, "Are you not entertained? You come with these shoddy knockoffs, these fakes, these posers, and you ask for Kelly Blue Book value.
Hazel is hiding.
And he's gonna walk around and just sort of strut about as this woman brandishes the blade. How much do I add for crowd?
Unfortunately, Kyler, no one gives a fuck.
Oh, okay.
Everyone just like briefly looks at you and then just like goes back to what they're doing.
Goes back to doing it. All right, fine. And Carly's gonna be like, "Oh, that's real great. I spent that on you, hum. All right. Well, okay. Well, das ist one success. And I have 2 more to roll. Yeah. Okay. So Papa's gonna push it.
Push away, baby.
Well, all right. That's 3. I have 4 more. Dear God. Okay. All right. So that's 1 success. Fucking 15 dice.
Oh no.
All right. She sighs, and you can tell that she's not impressed by you, but maybe she's like pitying you a little bit. And she just says, 120, or I stab.
The ultimatums, man. Oh, God. What you gonna do?
You drive a hard bargain, but with the extra labor thrown in, yes, I think 120 does seem fair. And
All right, you pay the 120. She gives you your things, and she throws in a little, essentially like a fanny pack. It's like a little side pouch, and she says, "You might need this," and then just like gives it to you.
it's a fanny pack?
It is indeed a fanny pack.
This entire time, Hazel's just been very, very pointedly in the back, just like looking through all of the leather jackets. Just like, I don't know who this person is that I walked into the store with. Nope, not him.
Kyler is definitely walking over to you with the fanny pack held out at arm's length. Like, it is absolutely
What
terrible.
color is it?
What is the fanny pack? Oh, it is. It's like hot pink.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I can't. Hazel can't. What is that thing? And why are you holding it like that? It looks.
I don't know. I'm afraid it's going to jump at me if I let
It will
go.
fit.
The old woman looks at you and goes, "Put on or stab."
It's gonna look great with your hair, Kyler.
I would rather. I would though.
Yes.
wouldn't
Come on. What if you like did it as like a crossbody bag?
it? Oh, that's kind of chic.
It's like,
Kind of like ironic.
the back?
Yes. Okay.
for reference, this is how my mom used to wear fanny packs.
That's certainly
real
better
life.
than how they're intended.
Yes.
It does sound a lot better. Like I can already picture
More like a
it less.
bandolier.
Yeah, it's yeah,
Right,
like a little mini
exactly.
messenger bag.
Yeah.
Right.
Far better.
He'll try it.
Just
I'm not sold.
Just try it for
but
a little bit. I'm gonna find my own stuff, because this is not great.
It actually, Kyler, it actually sort of complements everything else you've got going on. Weirdly enough. It's a daring fashion choice, you think.
You might have something, some sort of an eye there, Heather.
Hazel, but that's okay.
Um,
What was it?
okay,
I'm
so
sorry, Hannah. I'll get it next
Dick?
time. I'm so sorry. No, I really hate that he just did that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Hazel's fine.
Hazel, you're looking for a leather jacket?
Yep, moto jacket, moto pants, some sort of like tank top.
Got it. All right. You find them. The leather jacket's a little more expensive. It's going to be around 100 credits. And it's like, quote unquote, genuine leather. You know, that kind of leather that is like not great.
Yeah.
But you find the outfit you're looking for.
And then the next question I had is, when we left the hospital, did we have shoes on still? Because I
You
don't
actually did not have shoes on. You have been given boots. They're sort of clunky work boots. They're nothing fashionable or sleek.
Well, that's
They're,
fine.
they're like steel-toed.
Oh, that's
that sort
fine.
of thing.
That's fine. She's fine with that.
Yeah. I'll say they're black.
Perfect. Perfectly good then. She's much happier with them all being black. Cool. So you said it was $100 for the jacket and 30 credits a piece for the stuff, so she's down 160.
Mm-hmm.
She will pay up with zero qualms.
She smiles and says, "You I like." Here. And she reaches out and pulls out a black fanny pack. And she
Oh,
says,
yes. She will take that and she will buckle it onto to her side.
It's like black vinyl,
Amazing.
sort of that pleather, sort of shiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go right over her shoulder. Just like right on the back.
Hell yeah. So
This
you-
is fashion sense discrimination.
Yours went perfect with your outfit, and mine goes perfect with mine. Don't see the problem.
So you leave fanny packs and things, and
I was gonna ask her real quick.
I open our fanny pack. Yeah, did she hide something in here?
yeah, you look inside. There's like a dead rat.
Oh,
No,
God.
it's the fanny packs are empty, but they do allow you for a little bit of extra small item storage. So you can now carry things on you that you might not otherwise be able to carry.
Hazel would like to ask real quick if the old woman at the booth procured that in the market, referring to her switchblade.
She chuckles and says, "Oh no, these my mama's," and she like pulls it out and gives it a little kiss.
Those are always the best. Tips her hat and walks out the door.
So, Oka, meanwhile, you have been hunting unsuccessfully for weapons. There's a lot of things here. Household appliances that are clear knockoffs of nicer ones. You see clothing, there's a lot of food, music. It's a big, bustling marketplace. There's a lot going on. You've been wandering the stalls, sort of fruitlessly, hoping to find some weaponry. And all of a sudden, you hear a commotion coming from off to your right. And you hear this person going, "Now you fucking get back here!" And then a moment later, you see a young black woman, probably about your age, with a grafter arm sort of opposite yours. And she's wearing like a brown leather jacket. Her hair's like super short cut. She's got a pair of glasses on. And she runs and slides under a few tables and like bolts over to you. And then she pauses, looks around and sees you. And she says, "Hey, could you just do me one quick favor? There's going to be a couple guys who are coming through here. Could you just do me a favor and tell them that I went that way?" And she points off kind of behind you. And then like you hear the sound of thudding footsteps and she like ducks under the table. And this guy like comes up. He's not particularly big. He's maybe like 5'9". He's average height, average build. He's wearing, you notice though, a pretty nice suit. In this, he's played by like Jason Statham. And he like runs around and sees you and like runs up to you. And then as he gets closer, he's like, "Ah, fuck you. There's another girl who was running through here. Did you see which way she went?"
Yeah, I think she went that way.
Do you point in the
point out
direction?
That she gave me, yeah. So yeah, she went that way.
He puts his fingers in his lips and does that whistle that I really wish I could do and can't. And you hear him go, "Mouse, follow me." And then he like runs off. And then a couple of moments pass and she comes out and she says, "Hey, thank you. That could have been, well, that could have been very bad. Gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah, no mention it.
I gotta get going, but, yeah." And she, like, claps you on the shoulder and sprints off in the opposite direction of those guys.
That's weird.
So, I'll say your search for weaponry is unfortunately useless. And you don't find anything. Is there anything else you'd like to look for, Oka, while you're out there?
I guess, jeez, maybe some drugs.
Some drugs? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Let's do this. You come up to a market stall where like a strung out weedy guy is, he's got some like EDM playing and he's got like, he's just covered in tats and he's like, oh, hey, what's up? How's it going?
You know, I mean, like, I'm totally fine.
Word.
You got any, like, drugs? I'm not the feds, I promise. I know it's weird. I know it's what the feds would probably say, but, like, I just like drugs.
He, like, holds up his hands and he's like, I know you're saying, whoa, hang on. That's the wrong voice entirely. Whoa, man. I know you're saying that, like, you're not, fed, but definitely, I mean, look, who doesn't like drugs? But, like, do you know the code word or, you know?
Oh, yeah, I got you. Give me drugs?
Oh, no. He, like, pauses a moment and he's like, yeah, that is the code word. All right, yeah, you're good. He pulls out a little briefcase and opens it up. And he's like, what are you in the mood for? We got some uppers, we got some downers, we got some this shit's the good shit, this stuff here. And he like pulls out
We
a
got
little
some lateral moves.
vial. Yeah. This thing will put you in like a whole other consciousness. Like last time I took it, I thought that I was a potato for like 3 days.
You thought you were a potato? That's fucking gnarly.
Seriously, yeah, man. Like
man.
I was grown, then I got dug up, and then I went to a farm. I got chopped up. I got turned into some like pomfret. It was fucking gnarly.
That's wild. That is fucking, dude. You're awesome. Like if I wasn't busy already, we would totally hang out. We would be really good friends. Let's say if you said, okay, all right, cool. So this makes you fucking trip balls. I'm not one for tripping balls. I'm more of a stimulant gal.
Hey, say no more.
Yeah.
He pulls out a vial. It sort of looks like an EpiPen, with this like sort of clear liquid inside, and he says, "Don't let this fool you. You take this, man." I keep going into a New Yorker accent, and I'm trying to like get out of this
fool you.
Yeah. He's like, "Don't let this fool you. I know it really looks sort of, it's not the most exciting stuff, but man, you take this, you're going to be up for like 4 days.
Oh my
You'll
God,
do
I love
cartwheels,
it.
man. Even if you don't know how to do cartwheels, you'll do them.
Okay, I can fuck with that. Wait, so what if I got this mind-altering shit and this? How much is that? Freeze! I'm the feds. No, I'm teasing. I'm kidding. Look, I look at your face. It's hilarious. I'm definitely
did not just pee myself a little bit. That was
Okay,
a good joke.
I don't know. It was too hard to pass up.
That was very scary. I liked it.
Yeah.
He's like, those two, I could do like 200 for both.
Oh shit! I got 100. What can I get with 200? How many?
For 100? Okay. I'll give you, for 100, you can have, let's see, maybe 2 of the stimulants. Those are pretty cheap. I make them in my bathtub. That stuff's the expensive one. So I'll give you 2 of those. And hey, because I like you, I'm going to throw this in. And he gives you a little, like, it looks like smelling salts, actually.
All right, yeah.
And he's like,
okay.
This is some old world shit. This is ether. You take this. Woo.
All right, my man. All right, I will definitely take this. This is like all my money, and I don't care.
Hell yeah,
like,
well
just take
spent,
it.
dude. I spent all my money on drugs too.
Yeah. I feel like it could become a problem.
he's like, people say that, but I don't think that's true.
Nah. Yeah, you're probably right. All right, yeah, I'll take all this stuff.
Hell yeah. See you around. And he like does the little like piece, hits his chest piece.
Peace. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I put my hand through my mohawk and I'm like, fuck yeah, no weapons, but still weapons.
Still weapons. All right. You all reconvene after this, and Tuk Tuk is like, all right, so one final thing we got to do, and then back out. Everybody hey, look at you. You're looking great. I love the little, like, fanny pack thing. That's a good look for you. It's a good look for you.
It's convenient. That's for sure.
I bet. Yeah. Everything that has pockets is good.
True story.
I'm starting to warm up to it.
He like pistol winks at you. He says, all right, follow me, gang. And he goes back in the truck and you drive. You drive deeper into the city. And after a little bit, you pull up outside of what looks like an old church. It's sort of run down, but it looks like there's upkeep. You know, the paint is peeling. It's made of like plastic board. Like it looks shitty, but loved. And you recognize the symbol on it, which is it's the tree that he has as a pendant. And there is an older gentleman standing out there who has like a robotic eye, and both of his hands are robotic, and one of his legs is as well. He's barefoot, and he walks up, and Tuk Tuk gets out and begins talking with this guy. Do you all get out, or do you stay in the truck?
I'll get out.
I'll get out as well. I do want to sort of like turn the photo over and like see if I notice, because I know that it had seemed adjacent in some way to the tree symbology that we had noticed on Tuk Tuk's pendant.
Mm-hmm.
I just like want to see if I can discern a pattern. You know, sometimes how when like you're looking at a code or something, you see like enough repetitions of something that you're like, oh, that's a vowel, or I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I feel like that's going to have to be a roll.
Of course. Sure.
Need to figure
You
out.
said that it looked like conduits and stuff. Would it be a tech roll?
No, because it is a written language. Just because it looks like that doesn't mean it actually is that.
Gotcha. So like culture then maybe? Or
Yeah, I feel like culture is a good way to go. Let's roll for culture.
Okay, cool. Well, okay. How do I want to proceed? Cool, that's no successes.
Looks like a bunch of squiggles to me.
Just, what could it mean?
Yeah,
Stuff the photo back in and get out.
you do so. I will say, seeing the symbol of the tree, you are like 100% convinced that they are linked, but you don't get any closer to breaking it.
Cool.
You get out, and Tuk Tuk's having like a nice conversation with this older gentleman. And after a moment, a bunch of guys sort of come over, and Tuk Tuk opens up his truck and then like presses a hidden button, and the floor of the truck slides out, and you realize that there was a hidden floor underneath this. And there are a ton of crates in there, and they begin unloading them. And Tuk Tuk comes over to you all and says, so this is a thing that I do. You know, basically we produce a lot of waste at the pit, and these crates, basically they just get tossed because they're slightly radioactive. Not enough to like harm anybody, but you know, rules and regulations. And well, this Cypher James here, and he points to the priest-looking fella. He says, well, he runs an orphanage, and I like to give these to him just so they can, you know, burn them for fuel, for heat, that kind of thing. Because otherwise, they're just going to wind up in the dump.
Real quick, Cypher James had robotic hands and eyes.
One eye. One eye is robotic, two robotic hands, and a robotic foot.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Tuk Tuk look like he's telling the truth?
Make a manipulation roll. This is an excellent question.
I would like to do the same thing, actually.
I'm gonna go help them unload the crates, if I may.
You can.
Manipulation should be 5 dice. Why do I only have 4 here? Did I only roll 4 dice last time? Oh no, I rolled something else. That's right.
Okay, I have 1 success.
I have 1 success.
I'm gonna push my luck.
Do it to it.
Push it.
2 successes. Awesome.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. He seems like he's telling the truth.
All right.
So, Kyler, you are helping unload the crates.
Yeah, I want to look for identifying serial numbers. I want to feel how heavy they are.
Sure.
I'm using this as an excuse to get as close to whatever
Yeah.
sort of contraband is being moved.
Absolutely. They are not empty. You are sure of that. There's no serial identification on there, but they're definitely not empty. That much you know.
I would like to try to, in this sort of assembly line helping or whatever is going on, drop a crate.
Sure. Absolutely. I'm going to have you roll manipulation to see if people believe that you did it by accident, but dropping something is easy.
Would you say that with all these people here, I'm performing for a crowd?
No.
Okay, damn it. I'm going to keep trying. Okay, not ideal. Well, thanks for playing, pals. We're going to go over there. So I will definitely push my luck because that's only 1 success.
Do it to it.
There we go. That's a little bit better. I'm going to keep rolling. Let's see. I just rolled 3, so I've got 4 more. Okay. There it is. 4 successes, and I can still roll twice more. That's
Nice.
fine.
You very convincingly drop this crate, and you drop it on the corner where the lid is, so it pops the lid out. And it is supremely convincing. If there is one thing that Kyler Morgan is good at, it's fucking things up.
You better believe. Oh, yeah. Damn! I thought it was showmanship, and I was like, yes, indeed.
Yeah, it's fun to set you up to knock you down.
He deserves
it. It is showmanship. You do a fantastic job, and the crate cracks. The top opens up, and food spills out, a lot.
Oh goodness!
Tins of food, cans of food. And
I'm gonna try to catch it. Fuck. So it doesn't all roll away.
Yeah. Tuk Tuk manages to stop it, and he's like, okay, we'll talk. And
What kind of food is it?
it's the shittiest food that they have at the camp. It's the oatmeal, fucking beans. It's
The
nothing
MRE
good.
type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
It's rations, basically. The crates are unloaded. You get in the truck, you drive to the place and pick up equipment, and then you drive back. And once you're out of sight of the gates, Tuk Tuk slows the car down and parks it, and he says, okay, so my niece is in that orphanage. My sister died a while back, and I was left with her daughter, and well, we were out in the streets for a long time, and I couldn't do that to her. That's how my sister and I grew up, and so anyway, this orphanage that is run by Cypher James takes care of kids like her, grafter kids. And, I signed up to work in the pit to try and make enough money to take care of her. But, times is hard, and God, this company has so much money. All this food. Just there. You know how much food we waste? It's ridiculous. So I started sneaking some food out for the kids. And I've been doing it for a while. Look, I know you all are in security, and this is the sort of thing that you're watching out for, but you all seem like good people. You seem like you get it. So I hope that this isn't, gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just like put my hand on his shoulder. Be like, I get it, man. We've all stolen food at one point or another.
Yep. I was an orphan too.
Just gonna give her a side eye.
Oh, Tuck, you dumb fuck. Have you ever had steak, Tuck?
I had a synthetic hamburger once. That was pretty good.
No, I mean like meat from an actual animal. It is delicious, it's savory, it's juicy, and it nourishes you incredibly. This is a very long walk to say. Tuck, you've put me in a very difficult, steak precarious position.
Key looks up at you and he says, "You've been talking with Smiles, huh?"
I have been talking with Smiles. And you see, Tuck, Smiles controls all the cards. So Smiles thinks. Tuck, I like you. You're uncultured, inexperienced, a relative nobody.
Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
But you do have pizzazz. I try to be sparing with my compliments. Tuck, what I'm saying is, you've now made my work doubly hard. Because instead of insulating you, I now have to frame Jonathan Smiles.
How are our adventurers gonna pin all this on Smiles? Get Tuck out of this mess. Furthermore, can anyone ever look good in a fanny pack? Find out next time on Astronautica.
Hey there, everybody. Matt here, your friendly neighborhood GM. Thank you all so much for listening to our podcast. We have a lot of fun making it, and I hope you have as much fun listening to it. A lot of work goes in, a lot of love, a lot of time, and we appreciate it. So thank you. If you like what we do and want to support the podcast, check out our Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, you can help us to continue to improve this show. Also, for the tiers above $1, there are some super sick rewards that you'll definitely enjoy, such as high-fidelity recordings of all the music on the show and uncut sessions that give you some insight into how much we don't know what we're doing and some inside jokes and stuff like that. It's great. Also, at the highest tier, you get access to one-shots that we run, and it might not be me, it might be Ian or Ben or Lauren, and it's just little extra fun role-playing content for you to enjoy. So yeah, check that out. The story of Astronautica is created by me, Matt Frost. The wonderful players who ruin all my plans are Ian Mutner, Benjamin Timothy Jenkins, and Lauren Alice Dinney. Check them all out. They are amazing creators and honestly just wonderful, wonderful human beings. I'm so grateful to have them on my team, and just they're great. They're amazing. I also want to shout out Kirsty Jorgensen, who designed our amazing logo, and to Harrison Campion, who is my musical partner in crime in this endeavor and is just way more talented than I am. He's great. Seriously, he's great. Also, special thanks to my fiance, Angie, for all of her occasionally begrudging creative input and, and for being unafraid to tell me if an idea I have is stupid or not. It's made this story already so much better, and I'm so grateful for all the people around, and I'm grateful for you, dear listeners, for tuning in and listening. We hope you enjoy the show.